while we get the next run set up, I'd like to talk about Take This, a charity which provides help for people in the gaming community who are suffering from mental illness by letting them know that they are not alone in their struggles and there are treatment options out there to help. They also provide education on mental illness so that friends, family members, and coworkers can be better allies to those who are suffering. Some of their programs that this charity money goes to, they commission white papers from clinicians on effective treatments for mental illness. Their most recent one is Crunch Hurts, which addresses the impact of harmful overwork in the tech and video game industries. They also travel to conventions such as PAX, MagFest, and TwitchCon to reach out to the gaming community about mental health issues via informative panels, and at these conventions, they set up what they call AFK rooms, which are professionally staffed safe spaces available for anyone who needs a quiet place to regain their calm. We've also partnered with Teespring to offer Speedrun Ragnarok t-shirts, with 100% of the proceeds going to Take This. And in addition to donating directly, all RPG Valkyrie channel income via subscriptions and bits are also donated to Take This. We do need another $110 to meet the incentive for killing Lord British, which, as I understand, you actually have to go out of your way to do set up some things to kill Lord British, right? Alright, are you just about ready to go with Ultima VII?
Yes, indeed.
So the category is any percent no magic carpet. Do you mind explaining a little bit what this category is and how it's different from just vanilla any percent? Like, how does the magic carpet change things?
Yeah, so this was a category that I requested to be created by the Ultima community. So any percent in this game is very debuggy. You go to some cheat rooms and you can beat this game in under 1 minute with the cheat rooms. Any percent no major glitches or no debug room is basically a run where you can do anything except for the major glitches like the cheat debug room and any duplicate commands on characters or item duping. So it's basically a no major glitches style run. However, there's an item called the magic carpet that you get that basically lets you fly to every location in the game, and you can get it right at the start of the game, which means that a lot of the run is just flying and pretty dull. So I requested that we have a category called 80% no magic carpet, where it's the same category, but you don't have the magic carpet, so the route is completely different. So that is what this is.
Yeah, thanks for that explanation.
Let's see whether this is the right game. Correct. Okay. Over now. Oh hey, I could actually click transition. There we go. Now we've switched over.
Also, when do you want me to cut off the Kill Lord British incentive?
So, because you cannot do that while playing the game, it will actually stop progress. I'm going to create a save state, and then at the beginning, I'm just going to save the game. And then, if we get that incentive by the end, then I will do it as a bonus section at the end of the run.
Okay.
So we can do
So you have until the end of this run to decide whether or not we will be killing Lord British.
Yes.
Under my guidance, Britannia will flourish, and all of the people shall rejoice and pay homage to their new guardian.
Like
know that you too shall kneel before me, Avatar.
My notes.
You too will soon
That would be
acknowledge
important.
my authority, for I shall be your companion, your provider, and your master.
So, the beginning of the game is extremely confusing. That's the Guardian. They're a new enemy that's introduced into this game at the end. You're apparently at your PC playing Ultima VII in the world, in America, like the real, you're playing this game in your house. And the Guardian shows up while you're playing the game through your PC monitor, and then you're summoned into the world to do the thing you just did in the game. It's really confusing. This intro is extremely confusing. This is the last super good Ultima game, probably. probably one of the best in the franchise and is considered... Oh wait, did not click Journey Onward. I should click Start a New Game. It's definitely considered by most people, not everybody, to be the quintessential Ultima. If you were going to play any of these games ever, this is the one that you should play. Alright, start a new game. I'm going to assume that we are cutting off the name category now.
Yes, the name is Awatar.
Right.
A-W-A-T-A-R.
Awatar. And for anyone who doesn't know, Awatar is a community name from my community based on my cat named Awa, who recently passed away. She used to be on my stream all the time, so the avatar, we called her Awatar. Thank you so much for continuing the support. And it's all going to a great cause. So I guess we can do the countdown?
Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
There. 'Tis horrible. I know, 'tis shocking. Who could have done it? I know not. He had no enemies. Poor man. What is to be done? Oh heck, the avatar's here. Alright, goodbye. So basically at the beginning, if we enter combat and immediately leave combat when coming out of the portal, we can skip the entire first cinematic sequence and freeze all the AI in the game in that first area. And bypass a good chunk of time. So that's the first skip. Just press C when the game starts. That's all you gotta do. So here's a kid. As we know, there's always a kid in Ultima runs. Thankfully, in this run we don't do anything too horrible to this kid. We just talk about his dead dad to him. And then he asks if he can join our party, and then we immediately tell him to leave and just stay here for the rest of his life. He will not move from that position ever again. Goodbye, kid. Ultima VII on the SNES is terrible. It's absolutely terrible, don't play it. It's a very bad frame rate and a completely different game because they had to cut a lot out of it. A lot out of it. So we're going to steal some health potions from the hospital. And now we're going to answer some questions that let us get out of the first city. These questions are about a murder that happened here. They blame us for the murder, even though we just showed up. But, I mean, would you not blame us for the murder based on our last runs? So we answer a ton of questions. A ton of them. Found Jewel. And now we answer some copy protection questions, like all good old PC games. So, latitude of Scabray is 30. Latitude Dagger Isle 0. Longitude of Scabray is 60. That's right, we're the Avatar. And now we've proven that it wasn't us to the mayor. We can leave with our password.
Yes, that is the proper direction to travel, Avatar.
So on our way out of our murder scene, we gotta burgle some other places. So we're gonna steal this hourglass. I love timekeeping, so just have a massive hourglass collection. The Avatar does. Just go ahead and indeed take that one. Considering it's the only hourglass in the entire world at this point, probably has no significant importance to the storyline whatsoever. Gonna steal some more health potions. Those are just good to have in general. It's actually just because we want to steal them. We don't need any health potions. Just, you know, sometimes you gotta take things that aren't yours. They do get really mad at you and will attack you and throw you in jail in this game if you're caught stealing. We gotta be careful with that. Like stealing this key. Hello, Lord British. So this is the person that we can kill. I'm gonna tell him I didn't bring my Orm of the Moons. And then he's gonna give us a free boat if we answer the right questions. So now we have a deed to a free boat. Because there's always sailing in Ultima games. Any good Ultima game has a boat. You can sail in it. And that's how you know Ultima 9 was not a good game. Or sorry, Ultima 8 was not a good game. Ultima 9 was. That's the definition. The music in the game just kind of disappears sometimes. It's just a feature. Don't worry about it. Alright. Open this door. Where we get our spell book. I have to say that out loud so I don't forget our spell book, because I will completely forget the spell book if I didn't do that. Very bad. Avatar, don't forget the spell book. Eat some food. Yes, this game actually had food, and you can starve to death. So this is important. It's not something we can skip. Have to actually eat. So we got a spellbook there, and our reagent bag, which lets us cast spells. And now, gotta find the old guy who sells spells. He actually, so after the events of the last game, when we threw the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom in our Ultimate Wisdom into the Void, that actually apparently has sort of sparked all of this sort of things happening in this game. But because of the actions of us, then followed by the Guardians showing up and setting up sphere generators here, what they're called, or generators, magic doesn't exist anymore. So it's kind of broken and nobody can cast magic. And so the mages in this world are kind of sad and upset about things. And in case of Nigel, or Niceful, who we just talked to, they're kind of losing their mind and they're getting old now. That's just part of that too in this game. We are going to make sure that we do our best. We do our best to fix the magic in this world so that magic is back for everybody. It's going to be one of our tasks. We need to make sure that people can just create food out of thin air and teleport around and summon fire fields just on a daily basis. Totally break the economies. Why do they have bakers when you can cast food spells? We don't know. Legitimately, you can just summon food out of thin air. I'm not certain why you would need bakeries. You can just summon as much food as you want. Army of mages. Make battleships out of bread at that point. Avatar. Ultima VII, in which the Avatar joins a cult. We just did actually join a cult. Or say that we wish.
You had best not do that, Avatar.
Don't do that, Avatar.
You had best not do that, Avatar.
Don't do that, Avatar. So the Guardian talks to us and taunts us through this entire game. It's a feature. We're gonna hear that voice a lot, telling us not to do things or to do things. Anytime we do something bad, like steal, they're gonna come forward and warn us that that was a bad idea. Oh, Moongates in this game. They're fun. They can just randomly fail. I'm gonna make sure we save. We don't want to fail. That would be very bad. This is the first part in the run we can actually die, so... Yeah, so if every time we steal in this game, we have a chance of someone just screaming at us in a very condescending voice, "Don't do that." Even though they're the bad guy. They're the bad guy, and they're the one giving us moral guidance. Hi, Ella. How you doing, Helicarrier? So, the actual story of this in this game is, oh hey, this wolf is very fast and very bad. You don't like it when wolves spawn, because you can't outrun them. As you can tell. Just how we deal with wolves. Just hope that they get stuck on collision somewhere. Oh. Run, Avatar, run! Alright. I think we lost them. We got stuck on a cactus. The boat! Drink some liquid refreshment. Eat some food, which we already did from there. Put a torch on the deck of the ship. Close the boat. We have to actually close this thing here so we can go sailing. Now we sail. Boat song. I'm gonna park our boat. Certainly not go do any nefarious things in this town. We need break into this church, go into their back area, raid their secret storeroom. This is a really good place to save. I actually miss the casting system from the previous game where you could type words to cast. It felt really unique, and they removed it in this game. Alright, so now we gotta despawn stuff. The despawn run. Alright, no, it's still there. We gotta despawn the Reaper here, which is a very angry tree that shoots lightning bolts. Apparently also spawn like 1,000 bats and rats. Reaper is not despawning, which is bad. I may have to load the save that we just created and do this again. Alright. Load that. Wow. Sometimes when you reload, the game just forgets that you have sound on. Thankfully it didn't. Please despawn. This mob will kill us in one hit basically, so we need it to not be there. Alright, cool. You've successfully despawned the tree. A very angry tree. Area. Too heavy. Oh, inventory management in these games is nightmarish. Okay. I have no clue why it's complaining that that I'm over encumbered. That's not good. We're gonna just pick some locks. I do this anyway. Reapers are the worst. I did. The avatar's being helpful. You should try that on. Cool. Well, we need this key. I really need this hammer, though. That would be very nice. Oh, I remember what I need to do. Wait. I'm not wearing any clothes. Yeah, I am. Here we go. I gotta take my clothes off. Completely forgot to take my clothes off. It's a very important part of the run. Now, we don't have any clothes. Oh no. You despawn the Reaper again. Got it. Reaper despawned. All the enemies in this game can be manipulated to despawn just by walking back and forth. So since I dropped my clothes on the floor, I'm actually able to carry a hammer. We need that hammer. Onward we go to sail. We go to the pirate cave. That's Serpent's Hole. That's a serpent. And this, the pirate cave, which has caltrops in front of it. These little tiny, tiny things that you can't see. So small. They kill you.
You had best not do that, Avatar.
And if you move them, the game gets angry at you. This into our inventory. Into our inventory.
Those weren't your caltrops. You can't just like pick them up like that.
Apparently we can. Just you know, just yep. All right, you're right. Not supposed to. We're not supposed to move caltrops around. We're just supposed to leave them there so someone can die later. Should be virtuous. We moved the caltrops so someone else didn't get injured. Alright, I just realized I made a major mistake. Do this again. I need these. Very important that I have those. Very important that I have that. Otherwise I can't open doors. Yeah, that's super important. Like, lockpicks are very important. Very important. This is go again. I see serpent. So frame rate actually adjust how fast you move in this game up to a limit. There is a speed limit, but well, only because we're playing on the GOG version, or you can actually, it's completely frame rate independent, so you can make this game run insanely fast, but there's settings that we all have to abide for the speedrun specific DOSBox settings. Emulate old 486s that could run these games. There we go. Now, can you give me... Thank you. Cool. So now we're gonna get some glass swords. A ton of glass swords. And some gauntlets. Some sweet boots. That don't do anything at all. I promise you, they do not do anything. And some invisibility rings for no good reason. And another invisibility ring, also for no good reason. Let's not forget the important things, which is very easy to do. Always easy to forget the important things. Remember the trivial stuff. I also would wear glowing boots that do nothing, as we just proved. So here, I'm gonna take this sweet spool of thread, like collecting thread. That was blue, so it was kind of a nice color to it. This is a legitimate save spot. We're gonna enter our first combat with the glass swords that we just got. Which I am glad I saved that. So anything will kill us in one hit right now. We're extremely low level. Very low level. With no armor. So we want to get the first hit in all combat. Like that. Kill that stolen harp. Not walk through the corpse because it can freeze the game. That would be terrible. Collect some rings. Go ahead and put on one of these sweet rings. Ring of Regeneration. Stealing stuff. This guy doesn't do anything, he just sits there. He lets us walk in and steal all this stuff and then just leave. There's no worries from that one. None at all. I'm actually quite surprised right now. This is a run I didn't get to de-rust the way I wanted to for the marathon. I ran out of time trying to do all these runs and manage life at the same time, but apparently didn't forget the run. Because I haven't had to look at notes much yet. This ship is really fast. It only has a name, the Golden Ankh. We are traversing a very large world, like a very large world. Very open-ended, go wherever you want, do whatever you want. Sail across the seas, visit all the islands, there's a ton of islands. Very big game for a DOS game. Alright, so here we need to solve a puzzle with this door. Puzzle's pretty easy to solve. Because you can just read this text. This text actually tells you how to solve the puzzle. So just read in a language that you don't speak, that no one speaks. And they give you little quizzes. Not really quizzes, more than like riddles. There we go. That's the right word. Riddles to solve. If you do it right, you get this key. Opens the door. We're gonna get our lockpicks back. Cause we... And there's this lady sleeping on a table. I need a box that's on my ship right now. Go back and get the box. Me too! I was actually able to read those runes as well. Something I was able to do in the past. So in this box we stole some black stones. Actually black rock. We just put these on these 4 pillars and box back. Have that. I'm gonna take her magic invisibility potion. And then wake her up with a wakes potion. It turns out she's been asleep for 200 years. 200 years. But we're gonna just ask her to enchant a ring, so we have a magic enchanted ring now. Just wake her up and be like, hey, you enchant this ring for us. I know you've been asleep for a long time, but I really need this ring. It's very important ring. Oh my gosh. Alright, yeah. This is gonna be a safe spot. Saving the game right here. So this is one of the first dungeons we're gonna enter in the game. Play a few of these in this run. We'll actually have to do some magic casting and some running and some more running and some more running. Hopefully our invisibility doesn't just randomly wear out. So invisibility in this game is terrible. It can completely, on every step you take, just disappear. There's no timer. There's no... see? Like that. It just goes. It's gone now. Now we're not invisible anymore, which we need for this. And that's actually a bane of this run, because you can run out of invisibility, which is needed to beat the game in the speedrun. So we're gonna have to be very careful in managing that. Potions are just consumed, but if we use rings, we can take them on and off, and hopefully preserve them. But when the invisibility ring runs out, it just breaks. Just breaks. Gone forever. We're gonna wig out there. There's actually a little dance you do there. I'm not sure exactly why you dance. We got the headless
Do
stuck.
not go. You will surely die.
This is one of the first generators in the game. So go ahead and save it here. And then use some potions to heal up. We have 15 hit points. Not actually enough, but we did it! We didn't get any fanfare music. It's terrible. Is there music coming? Oh, there it is. Wow, that was laggy. Took forever. Run from the headless. Hope to get stuck on the rocks. Dance in the corner. Press against the wall so we don't hit the lightning trap. Sometimes you just gotta dance, it's true. I don't know if Arcadian actually will not be in this run, I don't believe. Pretty sure we don't ever meet them in here. Alright. So Ghost is on us. We're gonna need to throw the ring on the ground because we don't want it anymore. Put on the ring of invisibility. We actually don't meet a lot of characters in this game. This game has a massive amount of characters, and we don't really ever see most of them. Congrats, you killed the boss 30 seconds ago. Maybe the game just wasn't prepared for you to kill the boss in one hit. Maybe that's the actual lesson we should be taking from this. I would like to sell the ship, please. Thank you. Going south. Keep going. We can go fight another boss. More bosses to kill. I mean, exploit.
Do you really know where you're going, Avatar?
I do not. Thank you for your concern, though. There's a fairy here. Extremely happy. Oh no! The ghost hit us.
Alright, so while we're going off to the next boss, I'd like to point out we don't have that much time left if you want to meet that Kill Lord British incentive to overturn imperialism in this world.
Ew.
You need $110 more to meet that incentive.
Oh my gosh. Old games where you can accidentally press the wrong key. Oh, no music. I'll give you music. And then we're like, Avatar, do you know where you're going?
Do you really know where you're going, Avatar?
And then I say, not really, thank you for your concern. Then we say, this fairy really likes to love people. And you say, we're stuck. Like, what? Put on invisibility ring, cannot move. The downside to using invisibility. Now we wait. We need mana. Sit back. Oh, you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip. Oh no. Every time I think of sailing, I think of the Decemberist song. Ultima, nah. Guardian lasted all the way into Ultima 9. Because they don't treat them like a boss, so you don't ever fight them. Just waiting. This is RNG based, so there's some lovely waiting around for your mana to come back. Alright, we got enough now. That's all. Every half hour in the game, in game time, your mana regens, or has a chance to read. This is a Hydra. They're very scary. Standing there. We're scared of them, so we're gonna stand on this side of the wall. They can stand on that side of the wall. That way we don't have to worry about engaging with the Hydra. Something you just want to do. This is actually the rest of the speedrun. We just stand here, stare at a Hydra. Kind of like an exhibit. So we have this sleeping powder that we got. Pretty sweet. We're gonna run in, talk to the Hydra. It's gonna say some stuff. I'm gonna ask it what it's doing here. It's gonna tell me it's protecting some catalyte. I'm like, the three heads are arguing with each other. I'm gonna say, why are you guarding the catalyte? And then I'm gonna tell them I'm here to steal it. I'm gonna use the sleeping potion on them. And then kill them. And then walk through the wall, because there's no collision on this wall. Literally, there's no collision on this wall. It's just a spot you can walk through. In case you're ever playing this game casually, you want to know something about it. There's a very sweet wall you can walk through, yeah. So we killed the Hydra. Which you can loot the corpse and see that it's been eating a bunch of trolls and ogres and other large things. But it doesn't actually have any good loot. It has no loot on it. All it has is the ability to, like, get access to some rocks. And we went and got one of those rocks. We love rocks. As we saw in the last game, we collected a bunch of rocks. This game, gonna do the same thing. Hit some of those rocks. I sail to a place called Spiritwood, where we will see no spirits. We will enjoy no spirits as well. There's no spirits at all. No spirits. Open the gate. Now, save. So here's another fun thing. The Moongate that we cast down on the ground can kill us randomly. It just has a random chance to kill you. I guess they're setting up for Ultima 8 with that. Like, the design decisions started going more and more towards you can just die randomly to things, and that was one of them, that you just die. Use the thing that lets you travel around the world, it might just kill you. So at the beginning of the game we got a package to deliver. We're gonna take it, deliver it to this person here. Ask about job twice, otherwise they won't tell us anything. Nope. I'm gonna run off. They think I committed a murder in this town. There's a bunch of people who are scared. An NPC who stands on the road here, but later will move, but if we don't get close enough, they won't run away from us. So we asked them to take that rock we just had and make us a sweet helmet. Now we have a sweet helmet. It's like a Valkyrie helmet, it's really rad. Now, we are going to go the Transic. There's a lot of cities in this game. A lot of cities. There are like 8 major cities and then some side cities. I'm not actually sure how many NPCs are in these games, but it's quite a large number. I think, yeah. Oh, and that's no good, Silver. That's no good at all. But nobody wants cat hair in their mouth. I don't even know if cats want cat hair in their mouth. Oh, wolves! Run, Avatar! Kitty water does not sound refreshing. No, it does not. Alright. This dragon will kill us. It will attack us. We're just gonna take some potions, drink some potions, take some potions. And we're also going to open this up. Be like, there's just some stuff in here. This is part of a quest. We actually can do the quest before they tell us to do the quest. We can just come in here and check inside this chest here. And realize that the chest was empty. And then later when they would actually send us on the quest to kill us, I mean to not kill us, because we didn't know that was going to happen. We'll just play really, really dumb. I hope we got here in time. What time is it in the game? 8:22. Actually, this is perfect timing. So there's a ritual that needs to be done, a ceremony if you will, that will allow us to join this church, the fellowship. But first we need to say that we've delivered the package and that we want to go do the mission for them. Then we tell them that we just did the mission and the chest was empty. There were monsters there. We want to join his cult. And then we leave. Wait until 9 p.m. Yeah, the perspective in Ultima games were really strange. Very, very strange. Especially up until this. The next one is actually a different perspective, but these points were like oblique here. I'm just gonna hang out until 9 p.m.
Alright, well, while we're hanging out, I'd like to talk about Take This. Their mission is to inform the gaming community about mental health issues, provide education on disorders, coping techniques, and to reduce the overall stigma around mental illness. Their motto is HERE, which stands for Hope is Healing, Each person is unique, respect your journey, and every accomplishment is a victory. They exist to let people know that it's okay to not be okay. No one is alone in their struggles with mental health, and there's always hope for improvement. They seek to offer perspective and hope to anyone who feels overwhelmed with their mental health issues, so they do not suffer in silence.
Strong and able to face the perils before you. Pleasant dreams.
Alright, well.
What just happened?
Sorry, no. I was unexpected behavior from the game, not anything else. Very unexpected behavior from the game. I went to go sleep in a bed, and the owner of the bed actually kicked me out of the bed, which, you know, is exactly what you would expect to happen, but it happened. And it usually doesn't. Yeah, at night it becomes ultra desaturated. Oh, and if I'm invisible, it becomes also completely desaturated. Ew. That's speed. I need to eat some food, so I'm just gonna steal some of this dude's food if he's got any. Not have any. So my character is complaining that they're very hungry. We need to make a small side stop to steal some food. Zapped by wizard. This Guardian character's not. Look, Guardian in name only. They recently took this title. Here we go. Here's some foods we can noms. This dude had some food for us. To wake up. He's scared. Who goes there? I just run. I like break into his house. I'm just stealing food from his chest, and he wakes up in the middle of the night, and the avatar just runs away. Stay face stuffed with food. Now I need to talk to you. He screams at me to leave. And then I tell him I need him to enchant this hourglass. And he gets really mad at me. These don't like the avatar. Do you blame them? I don't think I like them either. Oh, he's angry. He's actually so angry he's attacking me. The old man is chasing me through the forest. That's okay. Much faster than them. You get used to the perspective pretty quickly. It is a little strange at first, though. You did indeed, but that's okay. There's 2 more Ultimas. Well, technically 1 more Ultima after this one. Whoa. Bye-bye, magic carpet. So that's the magic carpet we were gonna, that's the whole run that this category exists around, is skipping that item. We can just walk to the item at the beginning of the game, which lets us fly everywhere. And if you can fly everywhere, then why do you need to teleport, or use the boat, or walk, or do anything? So this run is called No Magic Carpet. We simply skip that magic carpet. We're gonna do red, blue, blue, red. Click the box. Get the gem. And cast help. Or don't cast help. Or don't cast help. So, remember I said magic was broken earlier in the game? It also means that you can just randomly not have spells cast. Portals can just instantly kill you, among other many great features. This is a really good game though. Don't take any of those minor things. You probably won't even notice them when you're playing the game generally. The chairs were carpet. It's the perspective that throws you off, actually. They were actually just patterns on the carpet. Put on our invisibility ring. Keep running. Take off our invisibility ring so it doesn't break. And set sail. Bum, ba-dum, ba-da-da-dum. Come on, game. Help me out. Bum, ba-dum, ba-da-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. No, not gonna help me, game. Sail, lightning, no. Lots of sailing. Keep sailing, that's not where we need stuff. We're sailing. And here we are. My god. You can look like you just get lost when you play this game due to the perspective and how close it is while you're like waiting there. I need to get through the barrier. Can you give me a key? Sure. Tell me about the rules. Alright, cool. I'm gonna take that key you get me. I'm gonna use it to open this gate if I can find it in my inventory. Oh my gosh, there it is. And then I'm just gonna throw it on the ground. Goodbye, key. Nobody needs you anyway. I'll let... Go ahead.
I'll take a moment to talk about some of our upcoming games. So after this one, we have Ultima VIII, also run by Squibbs. Low percent no cheat mode. And then after that, we have Chrono Trigger, 100% glitchless, no RNG manip. Depending on time, we might actually need to squeeze in one bonus run in between then, because we're a little bit ahead of schedule right now.
Sure, a lot of people are really excited about seeing Chrono Trigger. They're really popular, really good. How many classics in this this speedrun event? And some amazing games, some amazing runs to watch.
Yes, that is the proper direction.
This is a fun maze.
Do you really know where you're going, Avatar?
Where you get taunted while you do the maze. If you're not invisible during this maze, all these fires and stuff can actually kill you. So we go invisible so that we don't die to the fire. It's a really complex. I think there's like 48 steps to that thing or something. It's ridiculous the amount of moves you need to do. As you walk through, planks are turning on and off, like the floor is moving, and there's invisible switches all over the place that control where the next thing will be or not. Alright, here we go. Now to the last dungeon. If the fire can't see us, it can't hurt us. Exactly. That's true. That's actually the way it works. He who is pale. Well, actually, it's not so much that, like, oh no, this is bad. Go away. Go away.
Do you really know where you're going, Avatar?
It's not so much that the fire, oh, this is, well, gotta load. Glad we saved it right before we came out. The birds will just attach themselves to the ship and just do infinite damage to you. That's fine. That's an interesting bug we just ran into. So, these characters should not attack you when you come out of this generator. However, apparently, if you die, afterwards they will be aggressive. Even though they should be set to non-aggressive because you've beaten the generator. Fun fact, apparently, that I just learned. So yes, fire apparently doesn't kill you if you're, just has a much harder chance of hitting you. Like anything else. Fire, is actually just based on hit chance. It just has a really, really high hit chance in the real world. But if you get enough, dex in real life, you can just avoid fire altogether. And the avatar's maybe just jumping through the particles of fire.
Do you really know where you're going, Avatar?
Oh my gosh, it did it again. It's not a bug, the game just has personality. Personality. Okay. We got past the Mongbats. Did not attach to our ship randomly this time.
Do you really know?
In the base game, you can just kill the birds. But we cannot kill the birds, as we have only one weapon. It's a glass sword, and we need the glass sword because when you use it, it instantly breaks. So we can't just hope to, we collected 4 glass swords, and we need to use them exactly 4 times. So we can't fight all of the enemies. Ultima runs are interesting because we skip a ton of fighting. We kill people. We skip tons of fighting. We only fight the important people, NPCs and townfolk. They're very easy to pick off, so we don't have to worry about them fighting back.
Also, this is an RPG, therefore birds are in fact jerks.
Yes, that's true. Birds are some of the worst enemies in RPGs. The worst. No exceptions to this game. Look, that's... And our invisibility range is broke. Hopefully we'll be...
How many more invisibility rings do you have left?
That's a good question. I'm just about to find out when I open my inventory. It looks like 2, so we're good. We are good.
This is reminiscent of prayer rings in Dragon Quest games, which recover your MP and can be reused, but randomly will break.
That's basically exactly how these work. a nice little puzzle here. I'm gonna bypass some of that puzzle. And use an invisibility ring. Please don't break. 2 arms! They're very angry. They can hear my footsteps. Absolutely nothing. Dragons, fun fact, dragons can see through invisibility. In case you're ever playing this game, fire cannot see through invisibility, but dragons can apparently see through invisibility. I'll let you figure out whatever.
Well, fire can't see at all, so of course it can't see through invisibility.
There you go. Fair enough. I'm gonna pick up some sweet armor. Now we're not nude anymore. We've been nude the whole run. But can dragons thirst through fire? Interesting question. Experimentation must be done. Can I just open it? Oh, there they go. They just weren't triggering. The doors were not triggering. They were worrying me. I was very worried. So in the base game, all of these people, they're like regular churchgoers in this game, will just attack you. But we're just going to bypass them because we're invisible, so we don't have to fight them. We don't have to murder an entire church of people. Which is something that Avatar would likely do. In the name of the greater good, apparently. So yes, the magic carpet is an item that lets you basically bypass all of the overworld movement. You can walk anywhere. Well, normally you would walk and like use the moon gates to portal around and maybe buy a boat or take a boat and sail the seas. The magic carpet skips all of that. There's nothing that you need to do. No other mode of transportation you need if you have the magic carpet. It flies over everything. It's a flying object. And it makes the game kind of dull. You can also get it at the beginning of the game within the first like couple of minutes. So because of that, I requested that we have a category called No Magic Carpet created. A run was made, and then they ran the run, and then I ended up rerouting the run afterwards. But they never actually submitted their time because their time was segmented, so I'm trying to remember who it is who ran the run. I don't want to credit the wrong person. I feel really, really bad crediting the wrong person. Either U12M or Spade. I think it's Spade. Yeah, I think it's Spade. Gonna go with Spade.
Stop the Avatar! I will come through the Black Gate now. Do not let him near.
Alright. I'm gonna save the run here. Save it as a separate one. Alright, so here is the final room of the game. The final room. I'm pretty happy with that.
Alright.
One on the ground. This game has two endings. One, you can... Gotta kill this guy. You die. You can either walk through the portal as soon as you put these 3 gems in the slots, or you can get the good end. That's the bad end. You can get the good ending. So the bad ending is you just walk through this portal and go back to Earth, and the Guardian takes over Britannia. The good ending is that you banish the Guardian, and the Guardian takes over Britannia. So, yeah. We'll leave that up to you, how you decide that works out. Guardian kind of wins either way.
You cannot do that! You must not!
Damn you, Avatar! Damn you!
Apologies for the cursing. Forgot that was in this game. The Black Gate is destroyed. The Guardian has been stopped. Oh hey, I should actually split.
Avatar! You think you have won? Think again!
So,
You are unable
last
to
chance
leave
to get in a
Britannia,
donation
whereas
for
I am
killing
free to
Lord
enter
British.
otherworld.
Otherwise it looks like we won't be making that incentive, unfortunately.
Her shall be my next target.
So, that child that we abandoned at the beginning of the game is mentioned in the credits here. Oh my gosh, those credits just flew past. Like, they just disappeared. Alright, well. Go ahead and set up for the next one, apparently. I usually have to click through those credits. I didn't have to click through them. So yeah, they Avatar apparently banished the Guardian, but then the Guardian comes back. It sounds like we're not going to do the kill Lord British thing, since Lord British is not going to die. Go on to Ultima VIII. Lord British doesn't exist.